All right, my homies and my sexuals. Oh, I had a fun one today. Oh, that's so much fun. It is just such a great feeling when you get in there, you have an idea, you commit to the passion, and you fulfill that goal to a T. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it just feels real good when all that effort, all that knowledge, all that experience accumulates up, and you just got one of those days you're like, I could not have been happier with the effort. Oh man, it was a little trouble back and forth. Stuff happens, you know. Yesterday, if you guys saw, the snatches were tough. I went really hard on the snatches. Full committed to great, but the excess use of my shoulders and catching the bar over my head as much as I did definitely put a strain on my shoulder strength and my pulling strength a bit. So when I did my power clean and jerks, while I did hit the weights and I did do incredibly, and I'm very happy with the form for the most part. I had like maybe one or two where I leaned forward slightly on the split jerk, but it was really not bad at all. Very happy with the progress, especially with where I've come from. You know, I've genuinely made some incredible progress in the past 6 months. And that excess strain, unfortunately, did lead to my left arm being a bit tired. If you guys know, over a year ago now, had a bit of an injury on my left hand, had a bone growth that cut off some ability. And so while I'm still doing great and I got good form and technique, the bone growth is permanent. And that can cause some pain sometimes when I have to use more strength than I would have in the first place to catch the barbell. You know, my hand does not appreciate it as much, and it makes my forearm activate a lot more than my grip strength would have. So I've said it before, but my left forearm is stronger than my right forearm, but my right grip strength is stronger than my left. So they both kind of balance out to have an even lift, but they still aren't even, you know? And so if anything's off or if I'm a bit tired, I feel the blowback a little bit, but not to the extent where we can't lift with passion, we can't lift to succeed, you know? Because that success and that positivity is relative to me and me alone. So when I do these weights and I do it to the best of my ability and I love what I'm doing, oh yeah. I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. I've been peaking all of my weights every week. Even though I didn't hit the snatch session that I wanted to perfectly yesterday, I still did great. Same thing with clean and jerks today. Power clean and jerks. Wasn't perfect by any means. Wasn't exactly as well feeling as I wanted it to, or as confident maybe, mind-muscle connection-wise, but they went, and the form was pretty fucking decent, man. So I'll take it. I'll be very content with that effort because I know I put in 100% for what I could do right now, you know? Other than that, oh, dude, the squats were fun today. And I've said this before, but I work incredibly well, typically. You know, as long as nothing super crazy out of the norm is dragging my mental down. As long as I'm mentally good, I'm not physically at risk for injury, I work really well under pressure. You know, that's excess stress. While it can make most people overthink and make them cower away from the weights they were supposed or wanted to hit, oh man, it gets me hyped up because it's hitting 6 o'clock. I got work in 40 minutes and I got that little time to do my full squat session, going up to 4+ plates for 3 sets of 4. And oh man, when you truly just learn to love the weights and just have the numbers be an accessory and just enjoy lifting to lift for the sake of just your own passions and love in life, shit, man. Oh, dude, I there's not a thought in my brain when I got that limited time frame. I'm just going as hard as I can with what I'm able to do in the moment. Just exploding off my ankles as hard as I can because that's having those excess thoughts. Oh, amber lamps. My bad, ADHD got me. When you have those thoughts of complexities and overthinking it that just limit your potential in the moment, yeah, you're going to get dragged down and you're not going to perform at the rate that you should have, you know, or that, not should have, but could have in the moment, you know, because I'm never going to look back on a workout and be like, I regret that. But there's definitely days where the potential would have been there if I had done something differently. So that's why I take that positive perspective from the past to imply on my high hopes for the future, you know? Whew. And oh boy, you know, I hit that first set and I was like, yeah, we got this. Because, 405 for 3 sets was real tough last week, especially with me vomiting beforehand. That was not fun. But this time I was like, okay, now it's more of like a make or break my core kind of thing. Because leg strength is there, my back and everything else, we're locked in. And my core has never been more peaked. But the squat is limited by my trunk, my abs, and my low back. Everything in that ring of fire around my waist. And oh boy, you really got to lock it in. I had a gym homie with me today, and he was really hyping me up. I always appreciate a good hype up, because that gets me going, man. That gives me that energy. That it's not, I don't need to rely on that energy, but man, if it makes it feel better, it gets it moving. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, when I take pre-workout, I just do a little bit, not a lot, but it's not. I don't drink caffeine or pre-workout to have a better lift. I drink the energy and the caffeine to make going to the gym and getting there as fun and as initially passionate as possible. Because if you can start your warm-up weights feeling like you're ready to PR, that's when you're going to have the best day ever. I'm telling you, you have to allow yourself to have that initial confidence, passion, and explosiveness right when you get there. You can't treat the barbell like it's nothing just because it has no weight on it. It means just as much as your heaviest weight, because it's harder to do good technique with just the barbell rather than your heaviest weight, because you're going to have your mind-muscle connection take over. And if you don't give a shit about your warm-ups, then why are you going to lift better for your peak weight, It's counterintuitive. You have to commit every time you throw it. That is what it means to commit and do better in the moment. So you really can't overthink it. Man. I was telling him how a lot of times on the squat, it's not just breathing into your lungs and getting your lungs filled up that makes your body, your torso, a better base for holding the squat, especially high bar. You have to really expand your abdomen, your abdominal cavity with all, where all your organs are at. It's not just your lungs, it's your entire rib cage, everything around it, your stomach, everything. You want your abs not to just blow out your abs with no control, but to push out your abs with that hardest compression possible, And that is what makes you into a human spring, I love it. I love it. And we did it. We committed. I also told him something fun that I do. Y'all know I like to yell just on my last rep, because that's when I know that's all I got. My core's going to break. I just got to fully commit and do my best, And I tell you now, on that last set, on that last rep, if I had not yelled, I would not have made it. Not because I wasn't confident enough, but because when your core breaks, yelling on that last one, or at least pushing your air out as hard as you can on the way up without letting it decompress your abs and your low back, allows you to keep your core expanded as long as possible while you're driving through that sticking point, So it really allows you to commit that little extra bit more that you really needed to make that lift possible. And dude, my core was numb on that second rep on the last set. I went numb. The third rep was really slow for me. It looks quick, but it wasn't. I promise you that. It was slow as hell for how I wanted it to feel, and I felt my core take every bit of that stress. But either way, I let the demons out, and I fucking made it. That's what we worked for. That's what we worked hard for, man. That's why I'm here. That's why I love it. It keeps me passionate as hell. Physically, I'm feeling, dude, it's gotta be, gotta 9.7 for sure. Would have been a 9.8 if my left arm wasn't feeling as strained because of yesterday's hard-ass workout. But either way, incredible effort. And it's really heavy for what I've done in the past. And we're making some good strides. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take it either way. And the squat is peaked. We're back. That. Back when I was squatting 445 for a rep max of 4, right before my knee blew up. Yeah, we're getting to that point right now. I'm confident as hell. I bet you I could have done it today if I wanted to. But that's not why we're here. We stick to the program, damn it. Mentally, shit, I can't complain. I'm at a 9.8. We'll give that one a 9.8. I feel great. I love being able to have the support and the positive environment that I need to succeed and want to do more every single day. I love it, truly. There's a bit of a situation at work today that was making me think. Of course, I'm not going to get specific, but it's essentially just a whole bunch of middle school drama between two people that fully believe that they are being malicious toward one another when they haven't even gone through the efforts of communicating the situation in a logical, calm scenario with one another. And I get it. Sometimes you don't want to communicate all the way because you feel like you don't need to or you shouldn't have to because they may have started it. But realistically, when you put the ego away and you really think about it, we're adults. We're not kids anymore. If you want the situation to cool down and stop being a stressor on your life, you take control of it, And I was seeing this unfold, and everybody's like, now it's spread through the entire unit, and everybody's talking shit about it. And every time somebody tells their side of the story, it becomes less and less true of what actually happened, because everybody likes to hyperbolize what really went down, because it's not even a big deal. It's just people making a bigger deal than it needs to be. And I see all this happen, and I'm just like, I don't feel bad. I don't have pity or whatever for people. People are going to choose how they want to live. But it's more so the fact of like, why waste your time having such negativity in your life? Why sit there and allow so much hardship and stress and tragedy in your everyday life just for the sake of, I shouldn't have to communicate that. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here, I've been talking to my girlfriend a little bit about, I mentioned that me and her have had some good conversations about just us wanting to do better about committing to our passions in life. Because we've been committing to the obligations and making sure we have enough money to survive for long enough to where we can sit here and be like, okay, well, we know what we're doing. So let's just take a second to breathe and see what we can do to enhance our personal lives and become even more passionate than we are now. Pick some of the stuff up that we used to do that we never really did in the first place. Have fun with it a little bit. Give ourselves that time to really grow individually and independently, but grow through one another as well by sharing our unique individuality of our passions that we have in our own daily lives. I do the gym every day and she doesn't work out, but I come back and she'll watch them with me and she'll hype me up and she'll give me that motivation I need, and it keeps me going. It makes me feel good. That's how it should be. People are here to uplift one another. We're social beings that depend on one another, at least to the extent to where we don't drive each other or ourselves crazy sitting staring at a wall all day thinking about all the negative shit. Because you got to be able to have outlets, whether it's like this video I do with positive self-talk, therapy, homie talk sessions with the people you vibe with that you can trust. Just anything that you can do to have an outlet of expression so that you don't just sit there gnawing at yourself, overcomplicating it like I do with the weights sometimes, I use analogies with weightlifting a lot, not because it's all I know or whatever, but it's what I've put the most individual, personal passion into, in just my own personal life with nobody else attached to it. And it's taught me so many lessons of not only appreciating myself and what I work toward and what credit I truly deserve in the long run, or what I can do with the past and the future realistically, because they both don't really exist. It's just the present moment that we got to work on. But it also teaches me to enrich my relationships. I see these people coming into the gym. A lot of people come in because they go through something really shitty, or they need to turn their life around, or they just need something to get passionate about. It can be as simple as that. And being able to have my own positive mentality, my own good lifestyle, and my head screwed on straight about what I truly believe in and what I'm confident in, allows me to uplift these other people that might not have a great idea of where they are, that might be struggling with FOMO or just generally comparing themselves to the general public. It's a waste of time. You just got to appreciate what you've got going on and stop worrying about other people's bullshit. So with this thing at work and with other people putting themselves down or overcomplicating it, you just got to take your own life in your own hands. Just appreciate yourself and what you've done to get here, and then just, let everybody else do whatever they want to do. It's not your job to worry about other people's jobs, because that's obligation and they're not your responsibility. So just uplift, support, give your 2 cents if they ask for it. But other than that, you don't got to be involved. That's not your situation. Let them do their own thing. And if they want the support, be there when they need it. Because people are going to grow at their own rate, and people have to make the steps themselves to get there. So if my little bit of support when somebody needs it is that little bit of positivity that they needed to just make that extra step that they always had in them themselves, that's what I love so much about this shit. You know, that's what keeps me passionate. Anyway, I got work, so I gotta get going. I appreciate you guys listening to me yap about as we do. You know, I got so much to talk about every single day because I cannot help myself. I'll be back tomorrow. We have pause snatch and pause bench press. It's gonna, God, my shoulders are gonna be so burnt out. But I'll have a rest day after that, so I'll get to fully recover, come back, bounce back as hard as we can, and just do good. That's it. So, I love you guys. Let me know how the lives and lifts have been. I love hearing about your day, and I appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow. See you later. Bye.